Hey folks, this is Kelani. Something weird just happened. Blizzard decided to hotfix in a change to the artifact knowledge system, specifically the point at which artifact knowledge caps out. During the PTR cycle we had a cap of 40 and things seemed to stretch out way ahead of us when it came to the new infinite trait Concordance of Legionfall. So just before patch 7.2 went live, the cap was upped to 50, which gave us a much larger percentage increase for AP, meaning our largest tokens, when we were finally done with artifact knowledge, would have been quite a sizable chunk larger. The hotfix that just went live reduced the cap back down to 40. So there's some good and there's some bad to this change, but I still find it sort of weird that they went back on this. Their reasoning is that they thought we might need the extra artifact power because of Concordance, but seeing as they increased the base rewards of various activities such as the Command Center Elite Strike missions, the extra artifact knowledge levels were no longer needed. They also wanted to give us a reasonable end goal for artifact knowledge instead of it stretching ahead of us as a long road. I'd argue they are kind of two different subjects, as the higher AK levels were more to work on the huge grind that is Concordance of Legionfall, and wouldn't really be in play for anyone before they reached their first point in Concordance. It also doesn't really line up with Tomb of Sargeras' release, so I can't imagine it has anything to do with that. All in all, it seems like they just don't want us earning huge amounts of artifact power, so they've capped us at 40. Now, the immediate reaction is, well, shucks, how in the hell are we going to ever reach max traits in Concordance now? The short answer is we never will, so don't try. Quite a few people are taking that as a negative thing. I'd say it's actually quite positive. You're never going to get max traits in Concordance. I mean, it takes a silly amount of artifact power to even get the first few ranks of the trait, so good luck, have fun with that. I'll be sat over here working on my other weapons, just in case I want or need to play them later on. I don't think anything past the first point of Concordance is all that worthwhile, and certainly isn't something you should be actively grinding. The lower cap on artifact knowledge just solidifies the point that we shouldn't be farming artifact power 24/7 to try and unlock more traits. The other point I see here is that getting AK 50 on an alt would mean you could get Concordance with a handful of world quests, even if you hadn't done any work on the alt artifact weapons previously. That's kind of silly, and I guess Blizzard thought it deserved a little more work on your end to keep your alts up to date. The really nice thing about this change is that instead of capping your heirloom artifact knowledge research at 35, which would usually be the case, 5 lower than what your main has, once you hit AK 40, you can then give AK 40 to an alt immediately, saving you those 5 levels of catch-up which would otherwise have been required. That's pretty fantastic any way you look at it. This move definitely seems to be Blizzard's way of saying, yo, chillax on the farming, maybe go play an alt or something for a bit. The time spent for such a small power gain makes Concordance totally not worth it, so why not use this time to do a few other things if AP suddenly isn't all that important. I'll for sure be taking their advice and leveling up a few alts that I haven't been willing to do recently. We'll see if I can get past the legendary grind that awaits me, because that's the next big thing on the list. It's just crazy that anyone who has kept their artifact knowledge research going since day 1 of patch 7.2 will be AK 40 and therefore done for now in 2 weeks. Overall, I'd say disincentivizing grinding artifact power is never really a bad thing, but I would still question why the Concordance of Legionfall trait has 50 ranks when we'll never get them all. Why not give it 20 and call it a day? I don't think artifact power has to always go somewhere. Vendoring it when we maxed our weapons previously worked out just fine, but I guess we'll see what the future has in store. So, if you have any questions or queries, please leave them in the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Or hop on over to Discord. We have a server at discord.gg/Kelani, great place to come ask questions or just hang out. Remember to leave a like just below the video before you leave, and if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. But apart from that, thanks for watching folks, good luck and have fun, and as always I will see you next time.